What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday we had a 4-in-1 day. Today I'm going to give you guys 3 PRA props in the NBA. I'm also going to give you the strongest team that I believe is going to be for this weekend, which I'll be using as hedge bets. If you don't know what hedge bets is, look at my channel inside of YouTube and then scroll all the way down and it's going to be under hedge. I'm also going to link it in the description so you can check that out. But before I continue, let me show you the receipts real quick. My unit size is actually $50. I brought that down from 100 to 50. I explained that yesterday on why I brought down my unit size because of all the transition between the ending of baseball, the beginning of basketball, and the midseason of NFL. All that stuff contributed to why I brought down half of what I used to bet from 100 to $50. Anyways, on basketball, I'm only doing 1/4 unit until game 10. So right now it's still like the first 3 to 5 games, and that's why I'm doing less units. I explained all this in another video, so if you want to check that out. So anyways, we had the Bucks at a +2. You can see there they won by 10 points. I also did a hedge with the Lions, which I'm going to explain why I'm taking the Lions here, which I did the Thunder to win. Luckily, they won. They were down by like 12 points. And you'll see one of my live bets, I actually took the Thunder on the money line. You can see here, even at a -2.5, they were extremely expensive at a 330 at the beginning of the game. And then these PRAs, these are the 3 I'm going to give you today. Is this very similar type of play like this. It's points, rebounds, and assists. So anyways, you can see the cash out was only $5 because this guy got canceled. He did not play. And then you can see here, I took the Thunder on the money line when they were down by like 12 points. It was still very expensive at a 185, but they came back and won the game. If you like these sort of breakdowns, I'm going to hook you up right now, like I said, with 3 PRA NBA props. If you like these breakdowns, make sure you subscribe. 80% of the people that watch this video are not subscribed, so make sure you take that extra second, click on subscribe, and then click the notification bell. All right, so these are not the final plays. You can see it says sharp leans, not our final plays. This is the breakdown of the current week, week 9, that starts tomorrow, actually. So Vikings -3.5. The Giants at a +1.5, the Dolphins at a -1.5, the Lions at a -10.5, and the Chargers at a -2.5. These are just leans. This is just information on where you would start looking if you wanted to do that. And then this program actually gives you the sharp edge. The link is in the description for this. It gives you the projected scores. So, for example, right here it's saying that the Lions should win by 12. The line did open at a 4.5. It's currently at an 8.5. So that's definitely a team to take a look at. I'm not going to take this spread. I'm actually taking this on the money line, but I'm using this as a parlay piece, which I'll be exploiting as a hedge bet, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So I won't be sharing any more NFL plays until tomorrow. I did say I want to give you 3 NBA props, and then tomorrow I'll come back and give you the NFL plays that I actually have. I have some that's called Fading the Horrible Dogs, and then I also have the hedge bets that are going with the Lions. All right, guys, so here it is. I'm not going to go through all the details like why I came up with this or how I came up with this. I'm just going to give you the plays. This is the first one here. I was looking heavily at the Hawks game, but I stayed away because there was a lot of contradictions. They're supposed to win by 9 points, things like that. But then I looked at all the details, and the details did not make sense at all. So I did not force anything as far as the actual games themselves, but I am taking these props. So one thing to note is that this is considered a alternate line. His current line is like 24.5. I bought it back 5 points. So it's points, rebounds, and assists. It's not just points. You can see up here, PTS plus rebounds plus assists over 19.5. This guy plays for the Hawks, and his current line is actually 24.5. So I bought it back 5 points, rebounds, and assists. So he hits this line a lot more than his 24.5. And you can see those current lines down here. So like I said, his line is like 24.5. I'm buying it back all the way down to 19.5. So this is a very important distinction. These are alternate lines. These are not his current line. Same thing with this guy, Kevin Huerter. I bought it back to over 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I didn't show you the other guy, but he hit 100% of this in the last 5 games. Same thing with this guy. So they've only played 3 games this season, but again, he's hit this 100% of the time already. And then the last one here is Missy, over 9.5. Now, again, you can see this is an alternate line, and he's hit this 100% of the time so far. So very important thing to note is, like I said, is the alternate line is not the current line. So you have to buy that back. Some books don't allow that. So if you want the DFS apps that allow it, send me a message and then I can hook you up with that. Text me here and then say, hey, I'm interested in the DFS apps that allow the alternate lines. And then I can hook you up with that. Now let me show you the plays one more time. This guy, I cannot pronounce his name. It's Okonango from the Hawks, over 19.5 PRAs. Next one is Kevin Horder from the Bulls, over 9.5 PRAs. The last one is Missy from the Pelicans, over 9.5 PRAs. So again, if you want to see how I came up with these plays, check out the other video where I gave you a breakdown exactly how I come up with these, such as looking at all the minutes, the defense, the position against this guy, things like that. It's not just me throwing some random crap out there. I do my homework, and these have been hitting pretty well for us so far, and they're only going to get better. So another thing I want to point out is these touchdown posters, these one-hit posters, and these shots on goal posters. These are not our final plays. These are just very strong leans, and this is for week 9. If somehow I don't make a video for the day or whatever, we always post these inside YouTube. So make sure you subscribe so you can get the alerts whenever we post these posters as YouTube posts. One last thing I'll mention, guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you get the free picks. The link is in the description. Also, check out the Discord. We started doing live betting inside the Discord, so that if you're able to come on live, then we're throwing out live plays as they're happening. So check that out. Also, the Sharp Edge is the tool that I just showed you. And if you want to learn from us, click on this link down here. All those links are in the description. And like I said, the one that's been hitting a lot for us also is the live betting. So for example, the other day, it was the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays on the World Series. And then they were tied. So then the Blue Jays started sitting out some players so that they can get faster runners and stuff like that. So then when they went into extra innings, they no longer had those batters available because they had taken them out the game. So they had taken them out the game because of pinch runners. So now if you're not paying attention to this stuff, if you're not looking, then you're not going to know that it's great value for the Dodgers to go on the Dodgers money line, because they started very heavily juiced. And then when they were live and it was like bottom of the 9th, then their odds were like minus 130 or something like that. So anyways, like I said, the great value on the live betting is inside the Discord now as well. So check that out. All right, guys, thank you so much. Let's have another great day.